If you have short legs, stop wearing these 5 things. Hello, beautiful ladies, and welcome back to Ageless Elegance Style. If you're a woman with shorter legs, especially if you're over 45, you may have noticed that some outfits just don't seem to sit quite right. You put on the same outfit that looked beautiful on someone else, but somehow, your legs look shorter, your body looks wider, and the whole outfit feels a little off. Well, ladies, before you blame your body, let's talk about the clothes. Because sometimes, it's not your height, your weight, or your age. It's simply the way certain clothes divide your body. And today, we're going to talk about 5 things you should stop wearing if you have short legs, and what you can wear instead to create a longer, more balanced, and elegant silhouette. And don't worry, ladies, this isn't about becoming thinner, wearing uncomfortable heels, or dressing like you're 25 again. Whether you're petite, curvy, or a fuller woman, there are simple styling tricks that can make a beautiful difference. So, grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's get into it. And before we start, if you're new here, welcome. And if you love elegant, age-appropriate fashion that helps you look and feel beautiful at every stage of life, make sure you subscribe to Ageless Elegant Style and become part of our beautiful community. Now, ladies, let's talk about those 5 things you need to stop wearing. 1. Stop wearing tops that are too long. If you have short legs, stop wearing tops that extend far below your hips without creating any waist definition. This is especially important if you're over 45. Why? Because a very long top visually pushes your waist lower. Instead of seeing a clear transition between your torso and your legs, the eye sees one long block of fabric, and suddenly your legs can appear much shorter than they actually are. This can be even more noticeable if you're a fuller woman. If you have a larger bust, fuller stomach, wider hips, or carry more weight around your middle, a long, loose top can add even more visual volume to the upper and middle part of your body. And when that happens, your legs can look shorter by comparison. Now, this doesn't mean you have to stop wearing longer tops altogether. The problem is how you wear them. Try a partial tuck. You can also choose a top that finishes around your natural hip rather than halfway down your thighs. Another option is to wear a longer top, open over a more fitted outfit, underneath. The goal is to create some definition and vertical movement. And remember, especially as we get older, elegance isn't about squeezing yourself into tiny clothes. It's about creating proportion. 2. Stop wearing low-rise trousers. If you have short legs, low-rise trousers and jeans can work against you. And this one is very simple. Low-rise trousers make your torso appear longer and your legs appear shorter. The waist sits lower on your body. So visually, your legs don't appear to begin until further down. And if you're over 45, especially if you're trying to create a more polished and sophisticated silhouette, this may not be giving you the effect you want. It can also be particularly challenging for women who are fuller around the stomach or hips. A low-rise waistband can create an awkward break across the middle and sometimes make the body look wider rather than longer. Instead, try mid-rise or high-rise trousers. You don't need an extremely high waist. Even a well-fitting mid-rise trouser can create a better transition between your waist and your legs. And here's another trick. Try to keep the waistband relatively clean and avoid too much bunching around your stomach. When the waistline is clear, the eye naturally follows the body downward. That's what we're trying to achieve. We're not trying to make your legs look artificially long. We're simply creating the illusion of a longer, more balanced silhouette. 3. Stop wearing shoes that make your legs look shorter. Ladies, your shoes can actually change the way your legs look. If you have shorter legs, be careful with shoes that create a strong line around the ankle, especially when that line contrasts sharply with your skin or trousers. It can visually break the leg and make it appear shorter. And if you're wearing a longer skirt, dress, or wide leg trousers, a very bulky shoe can also make your lower half look heavier. This can be particularly noticeable if you're petite or have a fuller figure. But here's the good news. You don't need to wear high heels. Look for shoes with a sleeker shape and a low, comfortable heel or slight lift. And when possible, choose a color that blends with your trousers or your skin. The goal isn't to make you taller, it's simply to keep your shoes from interrupting the long, clean line you're trying to create. That's a much better point for both younger and older women. 4. Stop breaking your outfit into too many colors. If you have short legs, be careful with outfits that create too many strong horizontal color breaks. Imagine you're wearing a bright top, completely different colored trousers, and then another contrasting color on your shoes. Your body becomes visually divided into separate sections, and the more sections you create, the shorter each section can appear. This is especially important if you're over 45 and want that elegant, sophisticated appearance. And if you're a fuller woman, strong color contrasts can sometimes emphasize width as well as creating those horizontal breaks. Instead, try creating continuity. You don't have to wear one color from head to toe. You can simply choose colors that are close in tone. For example, a cream top with beige trousers and nude shoes, or navy trousers with a slightly lighter blue top and navy shoes. You can still have personality. You can still wear prints. You can still wear color. The trick is to avoid allowing your outfit to visually stop and start every few inches. And here's a beautiful styling trick for women over 45. If you're wearing a statement top, keep the lower half of the outfit relatively streamlined. If you're wearing patterned trousers, consider a simpler top. This allows the eye to move vertically, rather than constantly stopping at different points. That's one of the easiest ways to make an outfit look more expensive, more polished, and more intentional. 5. Stop choosing skirt and dress lengths without considering your proportions. This is probably the most overlooked one. If you have short legs, stop choosing dress and skirt lengths simply because they're fashionable. The length of a dress can completely change how long or short your legs appear. For example, a hemline that stops at an awkward point around the widest part of your calf can visually cut the leg. And suddenly, your legs look shorter. This can be especially important for women over 45 because midi dresses and skirts are incredibly popular and can look beautifully sophisticated. But a midi length isn't automatically flattering on everyone. Pay attention to where the hem ends on your particular body. Sometimes, moving the hem a few inches higher can make the legs look longer. Other times, a longer skirt with a clean, uninterrupted line can actually be more flattering. And if you're petite or have shorter legs, be careful with dresses that are extremely loose from the shoulders all the way down. Without some waist definition, your body can begin to look like one continuous column of fabric. Instead, look for subtle structure, a defined waist, a wrap style, a vertical seam, a slit, a slightly higher waistline. These details can help create the appearance of length without making the outfit uncomfortable. And if you're plus size, don't assume that hiding your entire body under oversized fabric is automatically more flattering. Sometimes, showing where your waist is actually creates a longer and more elegant silhouette. You don't have to wear tight clothing. You simply need to give the eye somewhere to understand your proportions. The biggest lesson now, there's something I want you to remember. Having short legs is not a fashion problem, and getting older is certainly not a fashion problem. The problem is wearing clothes without considering how they interact with your proportions. A woman can be 45, 55, 65, or 75, and still look incredibly elegant with short legs. She doesn't need to dress like a teenager. She doesn't need to wear heels every day. And she certainly doesn't need to hide her body. She simply needs to understand proportion, balance, and visual length. If you're fuller, the same principles apply. If you're petite, they apply. If you're tall with shorter legs, in proportion to your torso, they apply. The goal isn't to change your body. The goal is to dress the body you have beautifully. You don't need longer legs to have elegant style. You just need to understand how to dress the legs you have. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Ageless Elegant Style for more fashion tips for women who believe style doesn't have an expiration date. And remember, elegance doesn't get old. It evolves.